A new year has so many possibilities. Hey, it's Denise with the Working Moms Redefined podcast. Thank you for being here and investing into yourself, into your capacity, your opportunities ahead in 2026. We are all about empowering you to know that you are showing up the best on a daily basis. And recently, I was part of a Nutrition HQ weight loss motivation fitness challenge live video. And questions were submitted prior from those participating that are so motivated. It's so beautiful to be able to see. And ahead of that live, we got these questions. And as we were working through these and having real life feedback, I thought, man, what a great podcast episode to talk about, especially at the first of the year. The whole year is ahead of us. There's such excitement in that of opportunity and possibility. And yet, what are you doing with all of that? Have you created an outline as to how you want to feel at the end of the year? Have you created a game plan for how you're going to show up day in and day out? I never used to until I started working with this type of leadership activities. I just thought and knew that it would happen. Now, that is a beautiful thought when it comes to having faith and knowing that God will provide. And yet, what are you doing to help yourself feel really awesome in that path? I love to do a word of the year activity where I work through how I want to feel about myself, how I want to feel about our businesses, how I want to feel when someone leaves and experiences me. And through that, I circle down to a word, and then I'm able to create I am statements or thoughts to keep in mind that have me working towards my word of the year. And this year, my word is anchored. I am anchored. I am anchoring. I am helping others find their anchor. That terminology for me is what I want to focus on. And so I'll get my bracelet. If you're watching on YouTube, we get a little words project bracelet where we put our word and we wear it all year long to remind us to be an anchor for me. So that when motivation runs out, the discipline is still there. And that is one of the things that we talked about on that Nutrition HQ Fitness Challenge live video. One person asked, what happens and what do we do when motivation goes away? Well, first of all, the awareness of that it will go away is point number one. Well done. But I feel like that's when discipline kicks in. Are you disciplined enough to continually show up for whatever you tell yourself, whether it's a health and fitness activity, whether it's a business goal? Are you disciplined enough to continue taking the next step? Because whose choice is it? It is yours. It is yours and only yours. Who do you lead more than anybody else? More than your children, more than your team members, more than your partner? You lead you. And this week I was working with a group of 45, 55-year-old men in agriculture, and they committed themselves to labeling how they were going to get to their plan. Because the goal, the expectation, the whatever, New Year's resolution, if you still have one of those, how are you going to achieve it if you don't set the plan or set the intention as to how you're going to achieve it? And if grown men around a table who are used to applying fertilizer or selling seed or whatever leading a company looks like for you, if they can do it, so can you. I love it. They were getting into it as well. And so if you think, how am I going to stay disciplined? You're going to remember that you are leading you and no one else is. No one else is going to hold you accountable. You might think that a business coach like myself will hold you accountable. I'll reflect back what you may or may not have done, but you're the one that holds yourself accountable. And the true joy of being able at the end of the year or at the end of 3 months, because I think sometimes you need to reassess if this goal is still in alignment with your values. Because if you are continually not doing the thing that you said you were going to do, don't put guilt on yourself. Rather, ask yourself why. Why am I not working out 7 times a week? It sounds exhausting. Why am I not continually going for education that helps me be a better leader? Why am I not attending my kids' games and instead choosing to work late? Where's your value? Find your value, find a middle ground, and then reassess and maybe adjust and make a new plan. But motivation 100% will run out. It's the discipline that you are choosing to implement that will make you successful. The next question following that is, well, then how do you stay motivated or how do you stay disciplined when you're busy? I love to think that I know that no one is uniquely made like me. And yet, everyone has very busy or full lives. No one is less busy or busier than me. I'm not going to compare. I am in competition with no one but myself. But I think about, I got to schedule it. For me, I need to remember that in order for me to stay motivated or disciplined when life is busy, it's a choice. It's a choice of, okay, well, if I can choose to make a 20-minute coffee stop in the morning, I can also choose to not take that coffee stop and instead work out for 20 minutes, right? Those are hard choices, but disciplining yourself is hard. Holding yourself accountable is hard. And you know what's coming next, guys, because you can do hard things. I love to think about, though, but you don't have to do it by yourself. I had a really crappy day the other day. We won't get into it, but I was not on the top of my mental game. There's vulnerability and transparency and connection there because admitting that I don't have great days all of the time is human. You don't have great days all of the time either, and that's okay. But for me, when I don't have great days, I need to surround myself with people. That's what I need to get myself out of my bad attitude. And it works. I had a couple meetings that night, and because I knew my choice was to either sulk, lay on the couch, probably binge watch or binge eat something that day. That could have been a choice. Or I could choose to go serve or volunteer or speak up on a topic at these community events. I chose the latter because I am disciplined. Now, am I disciplined all of the time? No. Do I have sometimes 2 cookies instead of 1? Yeah. Do I sometimes snuggle Jeremy for 20 minutes instead of working out for 30? Yes. But that's free will. Who's going to balance that? You are. You are going to take into consideration, if I do this, this is what happens. If I choose to not get up and work out, then I will not feel as energetic halfway through my day. And yet, if I'm choosing to not work out because I want to have cuddles and my central nervous calm down by being with my husband for 20 minutes, which one is going to make me feel better in this moment? Ask yourself that question. Don't do it every day. You are disciplined enough to know when and when not to make those choices, but it's a choice. And who makes those choices? You make those choices. And that's ultimately on this mental toughness video that we were talking about when it comes to health and wellness with Nutrition HQ. That's how we do it. And knowing that there's going to be setbacks. I am the first person to tell you that I love to try and control situations. I'm working on it. I am definitely better than I used to. But you can't control when setbacks are going to happen. It's how you show up when they do that matters most. Are you going to throw in the towel? Are you going to think, I can't do this anymore, I'm a terrible person, I'm done? Or are you going to realize that setbacks happen? And it's how we handle those that show us our true character. And the question I pose to you then is, what is your true character? You identify that, and your 2026 year will only be of successes. Best of luck, and I can't wait to continue watching you do hard things. Thank you for listening to the Working Moms Redefined podcast. It is not lost on me that you chose to spend time together. Thank you. Let's connect outside of this space on socials. We'd love for you to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest. We've got it all to connect with you. If you feel as if someone in your life could be impacted by this message, feel free to share it. That is the biggest compliment. As we part ways together, remember, you can do hard things.